Hi everyone, sorry I haven't put a video up for a while. I've been busy with exams which are now over, so now I can enjoy my garden a little bit more. As you can see, the angels' trumpets are, smell, they're amazing. If I could bottle this scent, it would be absolutely fantastic. The echiums have gone over now, so I'm just waiting for, well, if and when it decides to give me some seeds. Got some lilies going on. I think I just planted them in the ground last autumn, thinking, well, I want to be changing things over, so I'm just going to plant them here and see how they do. There's a lot that have gone over now, but yeah, I've still got some nice ones. I wish I'd have labelled them. And here is my cottage garden-y bit. Got some monadas here, they smell really weird. They're like a little bit like marijuana. Not that I know, of course. The feverfew is really big this year. I mean, before it was like maybe 2 foot tall, and now it's well over 4 foot. And it really contrasts nice with these monadas. And I've got some more lilies here. These have been here for 2 or 3 years now, and they smell amazing, especially on an evening when you've got the windows open and the smell just drifts in. It's gorgeous. And here is one of the hydrangeas. This one's called Annabelle. There's the other one. The flower heads aren't as big as the one that I've got in a big pot, which I'll show you in a bit. But I put these in last autumn. I thought, well, I know they're going to grow big, so that's those. Hopefully they'll just take a year or two to establish themselves, and then they'll be nice and big. And here's a tree lily called Pretty Woman, I think it's called. It hasn't opened as yet. Look forward to that. That's also directly in the border. And here's my trusty Arisaema. It's been in here, this nice stone trough, which is actually older than I am, if you can believe it. But it's been in here, just in peat, and it's growing quite nicely now. Getting little, for being a Banarian, so it's growing everywhere, but I'm loath to move them really, so I think they'll just stay here. The teasels were really big this year. I think a lot of it's to do with the lovely, warm, wet, early spring we had. Really are bigger than ever this year, really. Not entirely sure what this is. So if you could let me know, that'd be great. And I've got some more lilies. Lilies everywhere. Some are just about over, but there are a few tightly budded at the moment. They'll be out in a few days. This is a canary date palm. I popped this in the new border this spring. Seems to be quite happy in there, growing well. Now, if you remember, I built this raised bed from reclaimed timber. If you remember, I said I was going to put dahlias in here and beans, and I've got a couple of stray sunflowers that have germinated from the bird seed, so I transplanted them, and they seem to be happy now. The beans are starting to grow strongly. I sowed some, I mean this one's here. Oh look, there's a baby one there. This is a runner bean. I believe it's called Scarlet Emperor. And then we've got the climbing French beans, which are sowed directly into the bed. As you can see, they're growing up the poles I've put in place, but I think I might put some netting in as well, just to give them a little bit of extra help. And there's another Verbena bonariensis. Quite happy for those to flower. So hopefully, next couple of weeks, should have a decent show of some dahlias. It's all different types, and of course, me being me, I don't blooming label them, which I should, but hopefully I'll be able to identify them from the flowers. Here's hoping. The cobra lilies are popping up all over the garden. Same with the voodoo lilies, really. I've got another monarda that's somehow appeared over here behind the polytunnel. It says the spathe is starting to go over now, but these big leaves are amazing, really. What else? I have a clematis called Winter Beauty, which produces beautiful small white bells of flower throughout the winter into early spring, and that's had a bit of an explosion. I think it's gonna throw it down soon. Look at the colour of that sky. The wind's getting up. It's been quite a few days weather-wise here. And here is the other hydrangea Annabelle. Now I've got quite small hands, but I'll give you some impression of how big those flower heads are. That's been in the pot and it's a really big pot as well, actually. I don't know if you can see how big it is from there, but it must be a good 18 inches across, and the wind is really, really getting up now. Oh, crikey. I think there'll be in Oz soon. Got some baby leaf lettuce just starting to go over now. We need to harvest it, really. And here's a load of the Himalayan cobra lilies that begin with A, which are completely lost. Arisaema, that's it, Arisaema, but mostly voodoo lilies here. I've got an echium that I need to dig up for next year. That needs to be in the polytunnel. And speaking of polytunnels, my bat plants are still alive. Look at them, aren't they lovely? They've grown so much. They really like being in here. I put a dust sheet, a decorating dust sheet over the hoop a few months ago. Really traps in the humidity. Leave a bucket of water in, just to increase the humidity in there. But I'm so happy with how these are. No idea how I'm going to look after them over winter, but I will cross that bridge when I come to it. Now, just quickly before it starts to throw it down, here's my hanging baskets, and these are the hostas I put in that I lifted and divided last autumn. Just transplanted each bit into this gravel bed. Seem to be quite happy in here. Don't get a lot of sun, but got a larger one in the pot. Oh, and a nettle. I've got those pansies that I put in late last autumn are still flowering. Put some marigolds in there. There's also a chrysanthemum. And primrose has got in there as well. I've also got a jasmine, which ideally wants to climb, but I'm trying to encourage it to just sprawl. And there's another hanging basket with the petunias in. This is the Helianthus lemon queen, perennial sunflower. This will grow to be about 8 foot, even in this area where it doesn't get a lot of sun. I put some more petunias. They're only tiny, but they're starting to flower as well. Now I'm feeling it's starting to rain now, so one last bit. I've got some heucheras in there. They seem to be enjoying themselves. Primroses, got some petunias in that, if you look closely, just starting to flower. Colour of that cloud. Starting to rain now, so I better go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.